And then rolling cranks, change the hooks, all new colours.
How do they go? Do they take a bit of speed?
Yep.
G'day, Steve Morgan here, Fishing Monthly Magazines. We're on the Clyde River today, and I love days like today because the guys from Dyer, Australia have given me some new toys to play with. A while ago I got to play with their new INFEET rods, and we have a selection of those here today, but we have some of the new reels like the new Caldea here. This is the smallest monocoque body reel that they do. Monocoque is becoming affordable for guys like me now. I can set up a whole boat with this great new gear system, but we've also got some of the new Daiwa lures to use, some of the INFEET rolling cranks, both the medium and the deep runners. We have some of the INFEET spikes and an assortment of other new Daiwa lures. So haven't been on the Clyde for 20 years, gonna take the new gear for a run, see what we can catch. Five foot of water in there, heaps of tailor on the live scope out wide. That's a tailor, I think. It is a tailor. So that's a good test with a little bait junkie grubs. Little chopper tailor, but it's still in one piece. Can't say that about all the plastics. There's something. That ain't that the deep running rolling crank. A little brim on the local rock bar. And that was a typical crankbait bite as well. They just bite, then load up. And those little BKK hooks on these things just grabbed him. Throw him in the net. And that is my first ever fish on the new rolling crank. We'll let him go, he's just a little fat Clyde River fish. So the cool thing about the new Daiwa brim fishing systems is the fact that you've got the reel, the line, the lure and the rod all matching and working together to create a system that literally will help you catch more brim. The crankbait itself, we've caught fish on this one now, this little deep runner. It's got a big enough bib to bounce over the rocks and oysters like we've got here on the Clyde today, but it's matched with some 4-pound J thread fluorocarbon FC. It's a stretchier sort of line than a braid leader setup, and I really like that straight through for just keeping those little sharp hooks in the fish. They're going to get in, no worries, but it's all about keeping those hooks in, and that fluorocarbon line matches with this INFEET EX rod. It's a regular taper. It means that it's a lot of give in the rod to just let that fish, it absorbs the lunges and it doesn't pull the hooks out. And of course, matched to that new Caldea. That's a smooth little reel, and this is a cool little crankbaiting outfit. We'll have a look anyway. Come on. Oh, bite. Yep, got him. Right on the top of that rock. Oh, it's got a big, I reckon it feels like a flathead, the size of the head shake on that. You'd ate that deep rolling crank right on top of that rock. Now it's coming down. Yeah, it's a flatty. Well, not what I expected to catch on the top of a rock bar, but that flathead ate that little deep rolling crank. So there you go, doesn't matter if it's a brim, a flathead, a tailor, Anything on these south coast estuaries tends to like that little deep INFEET rolling crank when it's bouncing over a bit of rock. There's a fish. That'll be a bream, that one. That said, it also has largish head shakes. Who would have thought that oh no, it is a bream. The place flathead like hanging out to top of a rock bar in 30 feet of water. So that's sequential casts with the deep INFEET rolling crank. Flathead one cast and a bream the next. So light fluorocarbon, the soft regular taper INFEET rod at that new LT Caldia, got the job done. There you go, mate. Another one. So 3 casts in a row now, the little rolling crank on top of this rock bar, which is called Razorback or something crazy up here in the Clyde, and it's another little flathead. So we found what they like doing. That's a decent EP actually. We've snuck up to the other end of the Clyde now, and is it an EP? Could be a bass. It looks like an estuary perch, and the little creeks running in up the top here are great. It's dark water, the fish are dark, and the tackle and the lures though stay pretty much the same. All we've done with this bait junkie is added a little flashy blade hook to it, so it keeps these guys interested, and it's a beautiful little EP or bass. That water might look dark, but look how clear it is. You can see it coming in. Come here, mate, come here, get into it. There you go. That's what it's all about. That's why you take the big drive up. That's an estuary perch, that is. You just tell by the way his head's shaped and how skinny he is across the back. But look at that. The little bait junkie minnow gets the job done. He only sipped it. It's getting bassier the further we go up. Yep, there he is. Now I have a situation. That's either a bass or an estuary perch. And between me and him, there's that big log that's sitting over. So I'm not going to try and pull it too hard. And there he is. And that's what you call teabagging. It's only a little bass. Lucky he wasn't much bigger than that, but just trying out the new Legalis LT. Braid, heavy-ish leader. He was never going to get away. That's some 10-pound leader on there and a little cicada and a Clyde River bass on the teabag. Back you go, old bean. proper one. Oh, you see the size of that one? Oh, that's a bigger one. That looks like yeah, it's a bass. I was going to say it had a red hue to it. So the little legalis just shows you don't need a top of the line reel to have some real fun throwing top waters up these little south coast creeks. And I reckon there was a few bass in there, but this one won the race to the top water. Well, what more can you want? Middle of an afternoon, the cicadas are buzzing in the trees. Got some great new Daiwa gear to play with, and bass like that, just top it off.